right, so we in it. We in it, bro.
What's up, man?
I'm with the Wolverine,
Hey, man.
baby.
Hey, man.
The Wolverine.
What's up, bub?
How's that going?
It's good, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I do it. I'm friends with Wolverine. No.
Yeah,
friend-
that's what you have
I'm
to say.
I'm friends.
He's
with
friends
Wolverine.
with Wolverine.
Yeah.
He wears his costume, and he pretends
And
to
I
be
pretend
him
to,
at
know,
Universal
I
Studios
get
Islands of
close
Adventure.
to kids, and I take pictures. Maybe not.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Let's edit that out.
But no, man, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's my favorite job I've ever had. We're not Disney, so it's,
So I can curse at kids.
It's literally I will literally. My favorite line is.
You want to puff up the
if
cigar, bub?
You want to puff? No, I'll be like, if like a kid is talking and they're taking too long, I'll be like, all right, bub, hurry it up, I got to take a leak. It's my favorite part, bro.
That's so cool,
So
dude.
fun.
Honestly, what's the furthest you could go? Is it as obvious? Like, well, obviously, I can't curse.
I don't know, honestly. There's no, like, they didn't sit me down and go, you can't say this or you can't say that. But I'm sure, like, if you like put out a few things that,
Right.
like, there was one time there was a family of, you can like sneak things in. Wolverine can get away with a lot of stuff.
Okay,
obviously
that's-
not
okay.
Captain America or Spidey. But dude, there was this family of kids that were dressed as Venom, and Spidey was there, and he was like, "Oh, my children," and I was like, "You sure, Spidey? They're a different color."
Hey,
I was
yo.
like, wow. I can't
Mary
believe I
Jane
just
got
said-
some explaining
Dude,
to do.
And I was like, I can't believe I just said that. So, but it's things like that. You can sneak it in
yeah.
because he can get away with it.
Right. I've said it
So-
to you before, dude, but like you're like such a perfect looking Wolverine.
Really?
Bro, 100%.
Thank you.
You've heard it from
It's-
a dozen people. I'm part of the dozen.
I appreciate it.
And listen, I appreciate it so much because of this one time I might have told you that I went to go see a Spider-Man who was pudgy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, this
Dude.
is Peter B. Parker from Into the Spider-Verse.
He's missing the robe.
Yeah.
They didn't put the sweatpants on him. Dude, yeah, you'd be surprised. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of these actors.
If you
have
want,
been there.
put the
Is
just make
that
sure you're
better?
talking into the microphone.
I'm sorry.
Like
There
this.
you go. You'd be surprised how long a lot of these guys have been working there. Like Spider-Man.
So that's what it is. It's just like an old person that
It's
gotta
just
let himself go.
Old guys in the costume. They'll be in the gym because we have a gym right there.
Okay.
This is like insider information.
That Spider-Man is not at the gym.
This is Spider-Man. These old guys will be just training super loud in the gym before they go out. Like,
Really?
It's like, all right.
Where's the
It's
lunk
just-
alarm
Yeah,
when you
dude.
need it?
And then they'll be like stretching. They'll be like doing the poses on the wall.
Hey,
I'm like, how
yo.
are you doing that? You're like 90. So
Hey, bub, grab my leg.
you're like, oh.
1, 2.
Dude, it's insane. Yeah, but
That's funny.
anyways, it's fun. It's
Yeah,
really
man.
fun. It's my favorite.
Yeah,
job.
it's always been kind of a dream. I don't know who I look like to ever play anybody, but it's like almost a dream to not only cosplay as your favorite superhero, but kind of be your favorite
Yes,
superhero.
bro.
Like that's
Yeah.
so dope, man.
It's insane. It's a dream come true for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would get it, honestly, because I got denied twice.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
when you were
man.
telling me that story.
Dude, yeah, but it's
Hey,
it's
but now
cool,
you
man.
Wolverine,
Now,
baby.
now I'm in it, you know. But dude, it's a blessing for sure.
No, that's awesome, bro.
I'm excited to see where it goes.
Well, we mentioned Peter B. Parker in Into the Spider-Verse. Sort of a spoiler.
Dude.
But I want to ask, man, because even though we don't share any movies that we've seen together,
Yeah,
actually totally forgot. Let's put a pause on that Spider-Verse conversation for a second. We haven't seen any movies together,
Right.
which is why I can't ask you what's a movie memory that you have between us. We don't have one.
Right. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. So
Hopefully.
what is a movie memory you have in general that you're like, man, like this is why I love movies. This is something that made me like, oh my God, I'll never forget this for the rest of my life.
I feel like I have all the like classic ones, but like all the ones that you would think of, like Endgame,
Yeah, bro.
legendary.
Yeah.
My theater, so good, so loud.
Yeah.
I watched it twice, and both times were so good,
Yeesh.
so great. And another one, No Way Home.
Yeah.
No
That
Way
was
Home
another
was
one for me,
great.
too.
That was awesome. And the latest one would be, I guess, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
forgot
one-
for a second.
Right,
but
you forget because it's
Mhm.
like all these other great ones.
Right.
But Deadpool and Wolverine.
that was a big one too.
My theater was crazy.
Yeah, my theater was lit
It was
as
good,
well.
man. I want to say there's more that like
I've had a few. Yo, believe it or not, I had a theater that was popping for Clifford the Big Red Dog.
What?
I'm not kidding.
Like
Popping, bro.
the movie?
Like Tobey Maguire walked out of the portal popping.
Why? Why? What could have
Bro,
made?
I don't know.
What could have
When
possibly?
did the movie come out? You ever seen the live action Clifford the
No.
Big? You know,
I remember when it came out,
Okay.
and I was like, no.
it is such like a Tubi movie. Like it's free. It should have been straight to Tubi, but it's not.
Like a Paw Patrol kind of movie.
But
I
even
would say
that
Paw
got a
Patrol's better,
theatrical.
but it's like,
yeah.
you know.
So we went to go see it, me and Francis, all those years ago when it came out. I want to say it was like 3 years ago. And my theater was popping, bro. I don't get it.
Parents and kids, or just parents?
I think kids.
Really?
Yeah, the kids were popping.
That's great.
I mean,
That's
I
fun.
love Clifford the Big Red Dog. I used to read the books when I was a kid.
I used to
all
watch the little
time.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, on
It was-
PBS
it was fun.
Kids.
Yeah, PBS Kids was my jam.
I made me
bro.
feel bad. It's like, should I be popping right now?
I was. Yeah, I would feel the same way. But I'm surprised that Clifford, out of all the movies, got that.
Reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but 100%. Endgame and No Way
Yeah,
Home
dude.
are two of the ones
Insane.
that Frances was pregnant during No Way Home, and she told me during the Tobey Maguire Andrew Garfield portal scene that the baby was kicking in her stomach.
was
So
like kicking-
she was going crazy too. It's Tobey
She
Maguire.
knew, dude. She's a real one.
Yo, she is a real one.
Wow.
Oh man, Endgame is the last time I cried like a baby.
Endgame.
Bro, I cried so hard. You can ask Francis.
Really?
You can ask my siblings. The part when the portal scene starts to happen, I cried.
Oh yeah.
Like a
dude.
baby.
Yeah.
Because it was something I've been waiting 10 years for. 11
Bro.
years for at that point.
Like on your left,
No,
and then
brother.
boohoo.
But I cried. Like ugly cried.
Wow.
I ugly cried
dude.
for Endgame.
I feel like I was just like in awe of what was happening. Like I couldn't speak. I was like, this is my dream.
This is
Like, oh my
real.
God.
Yeah.
This is dude.
No, yeah.
They cooked with that.
A beautiful
It was
moment, man.
amazing.
Speaking about superheroes, now we're going to get into Spider-Verse.
Oof.
What is your favorite movie of all time?
I mean, then there it is. I mean, you knew this, but yeah, dude, Into the Spider-Verse.
Into
I want to
the
be
first
specific,
one.
and it's not because I'm like, Beyond the Spider. What is it? No, that's the one that's
Across the
coming.
Spider-Verse was the
Across
last
the Spider-Verse was the second one.
Yeah.
I love both so much.
Mm.
It's just the way that they make you feel, and
Right.
the animation. The first one is my favorite because it was the first time that I got introduced to that animation style.
I think a lot of
and
us
that-
have.
yeah, right. It
it
was
was
something
unique.
like new. It was
Yeah.
something crazy. But I was still young enough that I was like, this is Spider-Man, and this is a new Spider-Man.
Yes.
And this is something that, man, I love this.
Yeah.
It was great, and the story was great too.
Did
Like,
you know about Miles Morales going into the movie?
I did know about him.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I wasn't like crazy with him. I was always just a Spidey guy.
Right.
But man, the odd, and like he's Puerto Rican, so obviously I'm like, there you go,
Right.
representa. But no, man, it was great.
Mm.
I loved it, and his mom reminds me of my mom.
Really?
Too. That's
She's
another
like
connection.
that?
It's just the way in the first scene when he's like getting ready for school,
Uh-huh.
she says things that my mom has said in that tone, and I was
That's
just like,
awesome, bro.
man, that's cool. That's
That
awesome.
is so funny.
But yeah, it's my favorite movie, bro.
When it came out, I think it was 2018. I went to go see it and blew my head off.
Dude.
I did not think that this animated Spider-Man movie, not about Peter Parker, about Miles Morales, who I knew about as well, and I knew he was gaining
Right.
a lot of popularity, was gonna be this good. I saw it
Yeah.
a second time that same weekend. Oh man, I loved that movie. It might have been my second favorite movie that year
Really?
because it just blew my mind. Like you said, the animation was so unique. I think it's an animation that nowadays people try to copy
Yeah.
or try to do something like that. It's Spider-Verse animation.
Yes.
That's how you
literally what you
describe
call it.
Yeah.
That's what, yeah.
Any movie you start watching,
And it's like
oh yeah, it's like this, and it has the Spider-Verse animation.
Mhm.
The fact that it
like,
has its
that's
own
the
animation,
start- yeah.
bro, it's how many barriers that movie broke for animated films. I
Insane.
say every now and then you'll have that movie that breaks the barrier for the medium.
Yeah. Or it's like a precedent to a lot of things.
Right, like you could go all the way back to the first ever animated movie, Snow White. The
God,
barriers
yeah.
that broke. Then you can fast forward to Toy Story, which was the first ever 3D animated film ever made.
Is that true?
Yeah,
No
1995.
way.
1995.
First ever 3D?
First ever
no
3D
way. I didn't know
animated
that.
film was Toy
I didn't
Story.
know that. Wow, that's crazy.
Right, so that broke barriers.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you go to, I would say, like Shrek, for example. I think
Oh,
that broke a
yeah.
lot of barriers in terms of like how you could tell a story.
Yeah. And adult jokes too
So
in kids movies.
So funny. I would
Dude.
say Shrek was
Yeah.
And then you fast forward to 2018, Spider-Verse breaks another barrier of how you can tell stories and how you can animate it. That it doesn't have to be like this sort of Disney type of animation where everything kind of just looks the same. Every movie, the characters look the same.
Everything needs to be perfect.
The environment looks the same. Everything looks perfect. It's like, what if real life was animated?
Yeah.
No. Spider-Verse is like, no, what if a comic book was animated?
Literally.
Boom.
It's just imagination in a movie.
Yes.
And it's different people too. And that's what impressed me so much about the second one too. Like that the chase sequence that it apparently took like
that's great. There's like 1,000 Spider-Man in that movie,
and it was like
scene.
And it was like all of like hundreds of people and their artworks being combined into one. I don't know. It's beautiful.
Could you imagine? Like, I can't even recreate that stick figure wise.
No,
it would take too much work.
I could. I literally could. I wish I could draw. I honestly do. But no, man. That's why I give these people such props.
Gotcha, man.
Because it's like they love these characters and they make us love those characters.
Yeah,
too.
dude. No, 100%.
Insane.
What are your feelings on beyond the Spider-Verse and kind of the stuff that's been happening there? Do you know what's been kind of happening with?
Well, I
Beyond
know
the
it got
Spider-Verse?
delayed due to the strike.
Right, that was a reason, but there's a
first-
lot of stuff happening.
Really?
Yeah,
Are you
so
serious?
after Across the Spider-Verse, a lot of news started coming out that the animators weren't necessarily treated all too well.
No way.
They were slaved away, if that makes sense.
Wow.
And they got a lot of backlash. They kind of delayed indefinitely. And we don't know when Beyond the Spider-Verse is coming out. We just know it's coming out.
Yeah.
Every now and then we'll get an update of like, it's still coming out.
We're
We promise it's happening.
Yeah.
We were supposed to get it this year, though.
We were supposed to get it, what, May, March?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we got that little, that clip or that short movie.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
Where it's like it's like horror.
It's like a
right?
horror kind of.
No, I didn't see it. Is it good?
It's okay. I mean, it's not. It's just something to. It's not even a filler. I wouldn't even call it a filler. It's good. It's great, but it's just like it's something to keep us in the loop of like
of kind of what's happening.
Not
even
not in the loop, as in like they're still doing things. Just not the movie that we're waiting for.
Got you.
You know,
I'm so ready. I don't know when it's coming out. I think that's gonna be the next Endgame moment.
I think so.
Because when that movie happens, and whatever happens in that movie happens, you know that theater is gonna be popping.
I think so, and I think they're gonna work with everything else that's going on with Marvel to make it huge.
I think so too.
I think they're gonna bring in live action in that movie.
Yes, bro. I think the same thing. I think they're gonna bring in live action, and even if they don't, it'll be cool to see maybe Andrew Garfield animated.
Yeah. Oh my god,
dude, that would be
crazy.
so dope.
And he was in the second one,
right?
He was that
technically,
yeah,
right. And I think with everything that the MCU is doing with Secret Wars, you have to start involving all the universes,
everything. Anything and everything.
Yeah. So I'm at the point where not only do I think there's going to be live action in Spider-Verse, I think we might see Spider-Verse transition into Secret Wars somehow.
Really? From there?
Yeah, maybe it won't get like a big like story point.
Yeah.
But I think maybe seeing whatever big battle we're playing, we'll see like a Miles come in.
Yeah. That'd be crazy.
It's Secret Wars, bro. That's literally the multiverse imploding on itself. How are you gonna tell me that?
Bro.
That they're not gonna be in the movie?
It makes me
That's
wonder.
My hope, at least.
I just hope that they do something cool with it, and that they bring it to the like the live action world somehow. Because Miles deserves a really good live action story.
I agree.
So
I definitely
and they got good runner ups for actors. I don't know who's like in it, but I heard the not the voice actor that he does Miles right now. He's a little too old.
Right.
But there's the kid that played
Lucas from Stranger Things.
Was he in the works too?
I've been hearing that too.
Okay, he looks great.
He does.
Yeah, I would be happy.
He does.
But I heard also the guy that plays Victor in The Penguin. I don't know if you've seen.
I haven't seen The Penguin.
It's okay. It's okay. But he looks great. He's very like Dominican Hispanic.
Okay.
Black black teen.
Right.
Like, looks great. You know?
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, man.
I haven't seen The Penguin, so I have no idea who you're talking about.
No, it's okay.
But I'm gonna take your word that he's gonna be a good choice as well.
So I have hope. There's hope.
Sounds good, man. All right, my brother. So we are gonna get into the trailers of the month, I guess. I call it trailer roundup.
I love it.
And these were just the 5 trailers that I'm like, I think we could kind of touch on this and talk about it. Something I forgot to do is, ba-boom. right there.
Dang.
For those of you
Taylor.
listening,
Right, yeah.
I just did a backflip.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. And then he took off his shirt and then started, and then a horse came out of the hallway, and it was insane. No, there's this really cool background. So.
All right, my brother. So the first one I want to touch on came out, I think, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, is we finally got a full-length trailer for the long-awaited, infamous Snow White live-action remake.
Yeah,
and I'm going to give it to you, bro. What thoughts?
Yeah, thoughts indeed. Yeah, I wouldn't. Is it long awaited?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to ask. Listen, I have my own thoughts on Rachel Zegler.
Zegler, yeah.
I don't think she's a bad actress.
Okay.
I liked her in West Side Story.
I loved her in West Side Story. I love that movie.
I thought she was great.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just, and I'm not gonna talk about Rachel Zegler, but it's just I feel like it's just they could have done something different, as in not make this movie.
I love it. I love how you said it's like as in not make this movie.
Yeah, it's just like I'll talk about like the dwarves, the 7 dwarves.
Okay,
that's a big thing everywhere.
Humongous, yeah.
Like, why CGI?
Mm.
I get it. You know, sometimes it's easier. Definitely not sometimes. But also, why there's people.
Yeah, there are little people.
There's people out there.
There are little people
that can do this.
But you know the Disney agenda, bro, and they don't want to just. It's not even called Snow White and the 7 Dwarves. The movie's not even called that.
It's just Snow White.
Snow White. And I don't even think they're going to be dwarves. I think they're going to be called magical creatures.
Are you serious?
I promise.
Okay.
At least that's what I heard. And it made me believe it when there's that point in the trailer where they go, "Oh, you're human." Why would they say that?
Right.
If it's nothing but humans in that world.
Right.
And animals.
Boy, I don't know.
So it made me believe,
That's
like,
crazy.
wait, why would humans say that about humans?
Yeah, because
Right.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Listen, my brother, yes, that is one thing. They could have had real people do this,
right?
But they didn't. There was some sort of backlash from 2 people on the internet, and you know how it is. 2 people complain, and so they got to change everything. And so they made him CGI, and let me tell you, it is the most nightmare fuel.
It really is.
CGI.
It really is.
Bro, it's terrifying. It's the type of, know those parents that, I'm not that parent, and I'm not saying that you're a bad parent if you do this,
right.
But there are parents that if you're watching a movie and there's a little bit of a scary sequence, you go, "Oh no, I'm not taking my kid to see that." Brother, this is terrifying.
Yeah, the
dwarves are terrifying.
If I was a kid and my parents took me to see this and I saw the dwarves, I'd be like, I don't like. It'd be one of those movies that I would talk for the rest of my life about and be like, yeah, that was scary. I never wanted to see that.
Right.
Like the Wiz.
Oh,
God,
really?
The Wiz is
terrifying. It scares you?
Terrifying.
Really?
Yeah.
What scares you? Is it the Witch?
Not the Wizard of Oz.
I know,
the
Wiz. Yeah.
Yeah. It's terrifying. It's just, there's these.
I think the Witch is scary in the Wiz.
Yeah. Everything is scary in the Wiz. But I digress. It's things like that. That it's like, you got to be, like, you want kids to see this. It's also like, do it right, you know?
Yeah, bro. I don't think that's good whatsoever. I'll give it props. I like how from the trailer, it doesn't look like it's gonna be a straight adaptation of the 1930s movie.
Yes,
it's gonna be a longer movie. I heard that, and there are scenes that are not in the original, so they're gonna build a new story upon what Snow White is about, because there's that one scene where she goes back to the kingdom and she has the people behind her,
right?
And she's like, "Oh, we're here to take back the kingdom." That never happened in the first one.
Is that? I don't know the plot of Snow White. I've never seen Snow White.
Oh, so simple.
I'm so sorry. Yeah,
it's a really old movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it, and I don't know if the songs are the same either.
I think they're gonna add new songs.
Yeah,
but they're gonna keep songs.
Yeah,
and they're gonna add new songs. So she's singing in the trailer.
Yes,
but
she sounded great.
Yeah,
but
that whole minecart chase in the trailer when they're like in the mines and that's not in the movie.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's gonna be building upon. So I appreciate that this is gonna be Not a beat by beat remake like 2019's Lion King.
Right.
That is no reason that you should see the live action. It's the same movie.
Yeah.
Just watch
It
the
doesn't
original.
even appeal to a new generation. It's just a
It's
remake.
the same
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
At least this won't be the same movie.
Yeah.
But like you,
I'm with you. Yeah.
but does it look good?
And is it worth?
But
is it worth going?
And is it worth toiling
That would be the
over?
only reason that I would go to watch this. To be like, how different is it
Right.
from what it's supposed to be?
Right. So with that being said, is this an opening night watch for you?
No. Like, I'm sorry.
Are you gonna watch it when it's on Disney Plus? Or you will probably not watch this movie?
I might ask my mom if she wants to watch it.
Oh, okay.
If she says yes,
okay.
within the first
Why your
3
mom?
seconds.
You think like is she like a Snow White fan?
Like, she was the one that I was like, do you want to watch The Little Mermaid?
Oh.
And I was like, and she was like, yeah, I've been wanting. And so we watched it.
Okay.
And I wasn't against Little Mermaids. It was just one of those, like, I don't know if I'm going to like it or whatever. Only because I wasn't the biggest fan of that movie. Like,
The original,
I had
really?
other movies that I liked.
Right. It makes sense.
But I loved The Little Mermaid now. Like,
I
the one that
agree.
just came out,
I
yeah.
loved it too. I thought it was a
So,
really great
yeah.
adaptation. I low-key think it's better than the original.
I agree. What's her name? Halle Bailey.
Yeah. Halle
Halle
Bailey.
Bailey.
She did great.
Great.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think
Yeah.
that movie's really good.
Yeah, man.
I just don't see this movie being good.
Yeah.
But I'm actually gonna watch
Yeah.
it opening
Yeah.
night.
I mean,
because I'm a movie guy.
Yeah, you gotta.
And since it's gonna be big, I'm curious as to how bad it could possibly get, or how surprised I could be after
Maybe
that
it's
movie.
really good.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, I can't even say it was the
But
same.
Maybe.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
No, I feel you, brother.
Yeah, man.
Listen, let's get off of this Snow White
let's
train.
move on. And I'll say this before we
Okay.
start. I always have a benefit of the doubt. for
Sure.
movies. Like, I always want to be like, maybe they tried really hard.
I don't want to go into
Maybe-
movies and say like hate movies.
Yeah, no, I hate that. But this one in particular,
It just doesn't look
is
well.
It needs to impress me. A
I'm
little
with you.
Yeah.
Our pastor Justin, he made fun of me the other night because I post my reviews for Letterboxd, and he was like, "I'm gonna start calling you mediocre man of movies because all your movies are just
I
3
was there for
stars."
that.
And I was telling him like, "Bro, it's not me. If anything, that says more about the year in movies."
That is true. That is true. Because there's been some years that are not mediocre at all.
Right, there's been some banger years.
Yeah,
This year hasn't been one of them, but that's another conversation.
Yeah.
Let's move on, brother. Let's
Moving
move on to Captain America: Brave New World. We got a new trailer like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. We've gotten a lot
What
of
is this?
trailers.
Yeah, we got a lot of trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say what number trailer this was. I don't even remember, but
Third one?
yeah. What do you think? How
Man,
do you-
I'm excited.
Are you really?
I'm so, and this is Marvel. This is my jurisdiction.
Wolverine.
Right. But not like, I love the Captain America movies, and I'm excited. And I saw that they did an interview with, I don't know if it was the director, but I saw that they're going back to the roots of what a Captain America movie should be.
Right.
And
Like
the
a political thriller of sorts.
yeah, and the trailer just looked interesting. Just looked action packed and awesome. I'm excited for it.
I don't think the trailers look bad.
Yeah.
If anything, I think the trailers make the movie look a lot better than what I'm hearing it is.
Really?
There's been some secret screenings of this film, and people are walking out going, "That's not good."
No way.
And then they've gone back to the drawing board with reshoots and re-editing.
Wow.
And then they'll do another secret viewing, and people walk out of it going, "Yeah, that's not that good."
That was worse.
Go back.
Wow.
We're supposed to be going.
Yeah, wait.
We're not supposed to be going
Bring
back.
Wow. Interesting. I know that. I know they did that.
That scares me because I think the trailers look so good, man. Talking about roots, yes, it feels like the Winter Soldier.
They need to. Yes. And Anthony Mackie. He's a great cap, and he can do his own thing.
Yeah.
The only worry that I have that might tie in with what you're talking about is they might be adding too many things.
I agree.
Like they have Red Hulk,
right?
They have the whole political situation with, Red Hulk, Thaddeus,
Right.
Ross, the president, and then they have Leader. Is that a thing?
Yeah,
that's a thing, right? Yeah,
yes.
he's in it, and
He
then
is.
Giancarlo
Esposito's
character.
Sidewinder, I think is his name.
that
from
his
the
name?
Serpent Society.
A lot of things.
No, that's 4. Add one more because there's something happening with the Celestial Hand that's coming out, and they're like, the rumor is they're getting adamantium from it. Yes, that's how they're gonna bring adamantium into it. It comes out of the Celestial Hand.
Is that a thing?
It's gonna be a thing.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. And then I'm just gonna assume that they're gonna add in what happened from Falcon and Winter Soldier,
A little
which
bit of
is
that.
the whole team of the society of these guys
Oh,
that
right,
had like
right,
the
right.
super serum or whatever.
Yes.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, like the president's like right hand woman ends up doing some Black Widow type stuff in the trailer.
Yeah, I don't
So
know
there's
who that
gonna be
is.
other stuff
That's yeah.
I'm with you. I think
Yeah.
the trailer looks good, and then when people start seeing the movie and they're
Mhm.
coming out here going, dude, don't get your hopes up. It's not good.
Yeah.
Then I'd start looking back at the trailer going,
That's a lot of
oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening
Yeah.
here. It's gonna feel crowded, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's gonna feel not concise. It's gonna feel all over the place.
like 6 villains at the same time. Like it could work for a show, but I don't want a show. I want a movie that ties it in.
You're not wrong.
Altogether.
It could work for a show, but then I think back to like Marvel hasn't done the best with shows.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want I don't want it to be another Falcon and Winter Soldier was fine.
Right.
I don't want it to be a secret invasion.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't exist in my
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Thoughts on Red Hulk?
I love the
Yeah.
design, bro. I kind of
What do you think about the
mustache.
CGI? Oh, the mustache.
I kind of I want the mustache to happen, but that's a whole thing. Like,
Right.
oh, you look different.
Yeah,
No,
no,
Harrison
the
Ford.
mustache to win the presidency.
Yeah, right. Which is a crazy line, by the way. Like that's. But no, man, I'm happy with it.
Okay.
I'm pretty happy with it.
With the design, or are you happy with the CGI? Are you happy with both?
I haven't looked at it and gone, that looks bad.
Okay.
I've gone and I've looked at it and been like, yeah, that's cool.
Man, I'm gonna be negative Nancy here, I
Yeah.
guess. As for the design, I don't think it looks bad. I actually like it. I
Right,
like
right.
that it looks like Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
That's what I loved about Mark Ruffalo's Hulk.
It
That it
just
looks like
him,
Mark
yeah.
Ruffalo. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. What I don't like is I think the CGI is kind of wonky.
Really? You think so?
I think it's a little wonky. There's
Like
that one scene where he has like his hand and he transforms into like the Hulk, and
Right.
I kind of noticed that it looks uncanny. Like it looks,
Really?
yeah, it looks too smooth. It looks too
Mm,
smooth, like
mm.
video gamey.
Too smooth. You know what? That's the word that popped into my head whenever I like think about like, is the CGI good? Is it too smooth? That is the word that I
right,
used to.
yeah.
And man, I might have to look at it again because it's
Maybe.
like maybe I might have to look at that transformation. But
Yeah,
I have hope that it's gonna look great in the movie.
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope so as well. I want to touch on Anthony Mackie before we move on to the next
Yeah,
trailer.
yeah.
I know it's part of the comics, but I just find it unbelievable how he's doing the things he's doing and he hasn't taken the super soldier serum.
That is so true. That is very true.
Like, he's
yeah.
basically just like a Black Widow type of character,
In a-
but with the suit.
right. The
And
shield.
then the suit has a lot of capabilities. I'm hearing it's going to be vibranium or adamantium even.
yeah,
the
I think
suit.
so. The shield is vibranium,
Right.
and I'm
It
guessing
might be adamantium by the end.
really.
It might be. So, well, that explains how he can withstand the Hulk. Brother, put
Yeah.
me in a metal in a metal suit and something like the Red Hulk charges me.
I'm done.
I'm still dead.
Yeah, bro. Like, well, no, man.
You don't think?
Vibranium is crazy strong.
I guess.
Vibranium is the
guess.
reason why Black Panther can fall from like 100 million miles
That's not
and
true.
then be
He also has the heart-shaped herb to help
okay.
him.
Well, that's yes, but also, and I did research.
Okay.
Research. I watched the TikTok video that came up.
Research.
but it was Steve Rogers. He fell like from like a lot of stuff. He also has a super.
He
soldier.
also
I'm gonna
has
be
the
quiet
super
now.
soldier
I'm gonna be
serum.
quiet
That's
now.
what I'm saying.
But
The suit can only do so much. It doesn't make me believe that he can still withstand certain things. Like, sure, I can buy in
Yeah.
that maybe he can withstand a punch from the Hulk in a vibranium or adamantium suit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll buy that. But then how can he withstand the forces of breaking the sound barrier as a human being?
As a human being. Yeah, I mean that's why he has the suit. But what is the suit gonna be? That is gonna allow that to happen,
Right.
Because there's a scene in the trailer where he like just dives down and then he's like, "Wait, boom!" Which I don't understand that physics wise, but you know,
It won't
Yeah.
take me out of the movie. I'll tell you that for sure.
yeah, no, it
Because
won't.
if it's
but
dope, it's
it's
dope.
fun to. It's interesting
It's
to
funny.
think about.
It's just
Yeah.
funny. It's like just give him the super soldier serum.
like why
it's
hasn't
fine.
he taken it yet?
Just take it. Oh, because it's supposed to show like he's still good of heart even without the super soldier serum. Yeah, but just give it to him. He'll be
But
even-
he's gonna die.
He's gonna die.
No,
He's
all right.
gonna sprain his
It's-
ankle.
It's protagonist armor or whatever that's called.
So next trailer we're gonna talk about, brother, is How to Train Your Dragon, the live action remake
Wow.
coming out next year, and it's a short teaser.
Yeah, it's not long.
I have
long at
some
all.
thoughts, but what are your thoughts? Because I know this might be something close to your heart. Now.
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm gonna I'll be working closely with the new How to Train Your Dragon Land.
Hey.
Over at the new shout out to Epic Universe.
Hey.
Universal. Man, I'm excited. And I love these movies. I just rewatched them. I haven't watched the final one actually. I lied.
The third one?
The third one I haven't watched.
It's the
it.
weakest. It's still good.
Really?
It's still
I
good.
thought I would think so. Second one is really good. I love the second one.
made me cry.
Yeah, second one's. I mean, but the first one is so classic. It's
Super.
It's awesome. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't feel bad about it. I feel, and I think I told you this before. I don't want to use the word unnecessary because
Okay.
I've heard that.
Right.
I don't like using the word unnecessary. But I feel like, man, it'll be cool if they really allow these actors to go all out and have fun with it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a kids movie.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
so, and I love Toothless, the design.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
It's great.
I know a lot of people are like, he doesn't look realistic. And
I guess not, but
because
like,
they wanted like a Game of Thrones
it
dragon.
it looks good.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
I
it.
agree. I don't know the actor who plays Hiccup. I don't know him.
He looks great.
He looks like Hiccup. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. I have no issue with the casting. I know there was some issue with the girl playing Astrid.
Nico
Parker, I think is her
Parker,
name, because
yeah.
she's black. I still have no issue with it, bro. Like, honestly.
There's always gonna be something like, but she's
black.
and it's like, no, like, let her. If she does great, then great. Yeah, I need to get used to it.
Right.
But I'm not gonna be like, just because she's like that,
Yeah.
I'm not watching.
Oh my.
Like, no, not at all. Like,
I think it looks beautiful.
yeah.
Some beautiful cinematography at work with the landscape and oh my goodness, bro. Like, thank you for giving us, like, Snow White looks bad. Like, physically, the appearance of Snow White is ugly.
Yeah, like the
The
saturation.
appearance of How to Train Your Dragon, regardless of necessity, is beautiful.
Yes, agreed.
Beautiful.
Agreed.
Like I said, I don't have an issue with, I forget his name, Toothless.
Toothless. Yeah.
I will tell you where I kind of am scared. It does look like a shot-for-shot remake.
It does.
And then,
Just-
you know what also looked beautiful? In my opinion, some people disagree with me. I think The Lion King looked beautiful. But it was a shot-for-shot remake.
I did
and
like the Lion King.
backlashed.
I'm sorry. I liked how the Lion King looked.
Same.
But yeah, no, man.
People
I
backlashed because it
I'm
was a
with you.
shot-for-shot remake. And just seeing everything, I'm like, this is shot-for-shot. There are memes on TikTok and on Instagram of people comparing it. And it's like, oh, man, like it sucks that how
Yeah.
beautiful this movie looks. And it's going to be a shot-for-shot remake. Now, I'm happy you mentioned Epic Universe in the beginning of this because I think the reason this movie's even happening is to bring back, what's the word? Bring back excitement for the franchise that's been over for about 5 to 6 years now with the
Agreed.
new land opening.
Agreed.
So you want that movie to come out.
I think it comes out like the same month.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's next summer, so it's
crazy.
around the same time.
Yeah.
So you want kids
The hype.
or families to watch this movie, be hyped for the world again, and then be like, guess what? You can come be in the world.
We're going.
Yeah.
That's
I
it's
think
so
that's what
right.
Universal's
In a
doing.
marketing way, incredibly smart.
I think that's what Universal's
But
doing.
yeah, man, and the question is, what makes it a good movie if not a shot-for-shot remake?
Yeah.
If we're doing a How to Train Your Dragon movie.
Okay, I don't understand. Say that
Sorry,
again.
let me rephrase. What if not a shot-for-shot remake? What
would
would
you
we
do?
want it to be?
Right.
A different story,
Not completely,
right?
but new enough.
Yeah, new enough.
New enough. I don't know what you would do,
Yeah, that's the question.
but I'm okay with it. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay
gonna
with
go
it
see
being a shot-for-shot.
Really? I'm not.
I wouldn't want it to be a shot.
I don't want
for
a shot for shot.
But yeah,
No,
I
at
know
that
it's
point,
tiring,
it's like a
but
fan
it's
project, like those people that do
Fan-
shot for shot,
the Legos.
live action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't want it to be a shot for shot. Add some difference there. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not part of the movie. That's why they're not paying me to do it.
They're not
I'm
paying
just
you.
complaining.
Yeah,
Professional
We're
complainer
paid to
here.
complain. Well, not even. We pay to complain.
True.
That's
Don't
crazy.
forget we pay to
Yeah,
complain.
we literally pay. You know what? Yeah.
I forgot to do it for Captain America, so let's do it for both.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
let's do it with How to Train Your Dragon. Is that a opening night?
Yeah.
Or
I would go opening night for Captain.
Yeah, it's good. Captain America.
For Captain, I'm sorry. Yeah.
And what about
How to Train Your Dragon?
You're thinking about it. For
Yeah.
me, it's opening night still.
Really?
Yeah.
It's still opening night?
Still opening night.
Well, I'm not. I'm a very. When you say opening night, you mean opening night.
It can be opening weekend, I guess.
Opening weekend.
Okay,
I would go
not opening night.
weekend. Opening
I
night.
should probably add
Opening
that
night.
to the
Yeah,
segment.
opening-
Say, not opening night, but
Opening night
opening
or
weekend.
opening, week.
Got
Yeah.
you.
I've never been an opening night guy,
Really?
except for Endgame.
Yeah, opening night is fun.
It's fun, but man, I don't like just the amount of the hassle that it takes.
It can
But
be
but
awesome.
I want to change that because it's fun. It makes
It can
a
be
lot more
really fun. So
yeah.
that's that. Next one is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Have you ever seen any of the Mission Impossible movies?
I've seen pretty much all of them.
Yes. I was
And
scared because I didn't.
You
kind of
just put that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've never talked about Mission
Yeah.
Impossible, but man, I've seen all of them except Ghost Protocol.
Okay, got
I don't
you.
know where that one lands.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Man, and I watched Dead Reckoning, Part 1. Man, I love them.
Me too.
I love the Mission
I love it
Impossible
so much.
movies, bro.
Yeah.
I want to hear your thoughts.
I
before.
started watching the Mission Impossible movies late when Fallout was coming out.
Yes.
Number 6 when Fallout was coming out. Some people say it's the best Mission Impossible movie.
Wow.
It is so good. Before it came out, I wanted to binge the other 5, just to
Just
know the
straight up.
world,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
know
yeah.
the lore, to know the characters, because
Yep.
there's a lot of returning characters in every movie.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I saw the first Mission Impossible and I was not impressed.
Really?
The first one.
That's
It's not bad. It's
yeah.
not. Yeah, that one. Yeah, when
Yeah.
he's like, it's not bad. I just wasn't impressed.
Yeah.
It's good enough. Like it's such a dad movie.
Yeah, thank you. That's a really good way to put it. It's just a really cool movie
Yeah.
that it was new. It was
right.
you know.
Then I saw the second one, and I said, "Wow, this is really bad."
This is wow.
I don't like the second one.
This is impossible. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Mission Impossible
truly
because
Mission Impossible. Wow.
I didn't like the second one, man. But I'm gonna keep on going.
Yeah.
Then I put on the third one, and brother, it was night and day in a good way.
Really?
Blew my mind. Philip Seymour Hoffman is in this one. He plays the antagonist, and it blew my head off. I said, "What?
What?
Is this why people talk about it so much? Because the third one is good, and they just think the trilogy is
all
good.
The other one is wow.
Because this one is crazy. Love the third one,
Man.
and I went to the fourth one, and I said,
And-
"What?
Even
This one's a banger too." Really
Dude,
like Ghost Protocol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm acting like I haven't seen the movies, but I literally don't remember any. but it not to say that they weren't great. I remember the action being so fun, so
Right.
cool. And just it feeling like a classic action spy
Super.
movie.
That's it.
Every single time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
that's it.
I want to rewatch them before this last one comes out.
Yeah.
It deserves
Had the same reaction for the fifth movie,
Mhm.
and had an even bigger reaction for the Fallout number 6.
Fallout.
I think 6 is the best Mission Impossible movie.
It was good.
Blew my mind.
It was just constant, like edge
Mhm.
of your seat type stuff.
And then last year or 2 years ago was Dead Reckoning
I
Part
wanna say
1.
last year.
Well, last year, I
2
think.
years.
And
Yeah.
I really liked Dead Reckoning Part 1.
It was really good.
Yeah, man.
I love the cast. It was great.
Yeah.
Vanessa Kirby coming back
Yes.
for
I thought they were
Yeah.
all good. And bro, as Christians, that movie is low key
Bro.
like a Christian movie.
bro. It was crazy.
Like the Trinity.
there was
and
there was a
the cross is the USB.
It's the key.
Yeah, it's the key.
It
Yeah.
was man. Yeah. If I was Devon,
Yeah.
I'd be like, man,
friend
there's
Devon,
something in there. But No, man, it was such a good. It kept me entertained the entire time.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was really good. Couldn't wait for the second one. And then as a collector, an avid collector myself, it sucks that, and I don't own it, thank God, but it sucks for those who have it, who have a Blu-ray copy of Dead Reckoning Part 1, and then the next movie is just The Final Reckoning because they took out the Part 2.
Gosh, yeah.
Which I'm okay. I don't like the Part 1, Part 2 in the title.
Yeah.
But it sucks that there are physical copies of this movie that say Part 1, and there will never be a physical copy of this movie that says Part 2.
Not like Deathly Hallows.
Right, exactly. So I'm okay with it being called The Final Reckoning. Kind of also explains that this is the last one.
Yeah.
So there's a lot happening here.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it, dude. And I think it looks good. We haven't even talked about the trailer. I think the trailer looks good.
Yeah, man. I mean, Tom Cruise just never ages. He's always doing crazy, incredible things.
The plane, bro, that's going to be the big stunt of this movie.
Yeah. I'm sure there's already videos going around of him doing it.
Yeah, and it seems like it's going to continue the arc of the Part 1 with the submarine and everything. I'm excited.
Yeah, it looks like a classic too.
Yeah.
It always delivers with feeling like a classic spy movie.
Dude, opening weekend, opening night, this is opening night for me. I think
it
looks that good.
I'll watch it opening night.
Yeah.
I'm down for it.
Super banger.
Yeah.
Excited for
good.
it. Last movie trailer we will be talking about. Let's end it here.
Yeah.
A Minecraft movie. Did you play Minecraft when you were a kid? Jonathan, there's going to be a lot of bleeps.
There's going to be a lot of, get ready. No, man. I did play a lot of Minecraft.
I actually didn't.
Yeah. It's a very, not very niche. Is that the word?
You'd think. I think it's so popular.
No, it is popular, but to keep playing it after like 2 days is very like, you got to be in it. But yeah, man, I played it. It's a very big part of my childhood.
Nice.
Very big part. So
what do you think about this movie with the game being such a big part of your childhood?
I was very excited for it.
Really?
When it got announced.
Okay.
When it got announced. And when I saw Jack Black was going to be in it.
You're like, oh my God.
But man.
Oh my God.
It's just, I laugh.
Yeah.
I laugh.
You thought of Borderlands that came out this year. You're like, oh my God.
I forgot about Borderlands. I haven't seen it.
Me neither. I'm not going. I'm not going to either.
Let's skip altogether.
Yeah.
But man, yeah. I'm just. The question is why and how throughout all the whole trailer. It's just,
why is this movie a thing? Type of question you mean?
Why is it the way it is?
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
And I've heard, the creators be like, oh, we want it to be different because there's so many fan projects. My problem isn't that it's live action.
Okay.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It's just from what they've shown so far.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Very cringe.
Yeah. Just
I call it like a Skibbity toilet movie.
Yeah.
For the
that's a
toilet
very good
kids.
modern way to put it.
It's for all the tablet kids that grew up into Skibbity toilet kids.
I think it's just going to be a very, very kid that wants something in the background movie.
Oh my God, yeah. I think you're right.
That's it.
It's like
iPad
even
kid movie.
The acting is like, oh, it's so cringe, bro.
As a kid, I yearn for the mines.
As a kid, I yearn for the mines.
What does that mean?
And just the delivery, like that part where Jason Momoa throws the ball and he transports, and then just the delivery of Jack Black. Well, that was the only one I got, so that's perfect. I hate that acting. That type of acting gives me cringe, bro.
Have you seen the videos on TikTok? That's like this guy being like actual quotes from the Minecraft movie.
No.
And it's like, he's right behind me, isn't he?
Yes,
it's like stuff like that.
I hate that type of
better in my
dialogue.
head. It's
a cringe. It's a cringe movie.
Yeah, man. Jack Black. What are you doing, man?
Making money. He's making money.
He's making.
Let's
money.
be honest
and
here.
There's another movie. I don't know if we're gonna talk about
which one.
What is it? Dear Santa.
Oh,
Lord.
You can talk about it in the next segment. I haven't seen it yet, but
yeah,
Jack Black. I don't hate Jack Black. That's the thing.
Me neither. I love Jack Black.
When you give him the right role, it's like Jack Black plays that role. It's supposed to be made for him. But in this movie, he's so cringe. And it's by the same director of the Jumanji movies, with The Rock and Kevin Hart. I don't hate those movies, to be honest.
I don't hate them. I just think that they took everything bad that was in Jumanji and put it here.
Oh my God, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I didn't hate the Jumanji movie. I enjoyed them. They make me laugh.
It's just Jumanji, but Minecraft.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, no original
Yeah.
ideas, bro.
God, what is happening? But yeah, the Minecraft movie, I was really excited for it.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I
No,
have no hopes for it. Right now.
I don't
have
have
no
hopes for it either. Listen, and I'll tell you why this is still going to be an opening weekend watch for me. I'm not excited for the movie, but if I can get maybe you, maybe another friend of
Yeah.
mine, we can go watch this movie and just go into it going, bro, are you ready to like have fun, trash it, laugh, look at each other, side eye each other, go roll our eyes at each other? Because if you are, I'm ready to see this movie with you.
Tickets are bought.
That's a good experience too.
I thinking about through this, I was like, this is a first night watch for me, opening night, because of
Just for
that
that.
reason, only that reason.
Does your brother like Minecraft?
God, yeah, I would
Is
buy
he
him a
excited for
ticket
this?
immediately.
Does he think it looks good?
No, he agrees
Wow,
with
even
me.
and you have a younger brother
Yeah,
too.
he's 13,
Yeah.
so he's in that age where he's like he knows what cringe is and all that
Right.
stuff. But man, he's that type of person that I would go like, what the heck is happening on the screen?
So it's going to be a fun time at least. All right. So, my brother, we are going into our next segment. The trailer roundup went a lot longer than I thought it was going to be.
There was a lot to talk about.
And we have more bad things to say than I thought we were going to. Like, we ended up crapping on some movies I didn't think we were going to crap on for as long as we crapped on it for.
Yeah, with I was going to say with hopes of it being better, but
Right.
just, yeah.
So this segment is what have you watched lately? And it's exactly what you think it is.
Okay.
Movies and TV, if you watch TV like that.
Yeah.
And kind of touch on what you watched, your thoughts on it. We don't have to stay on it long. You can kind of like hit the points you want to hit. Now, I do want to touch, at least at the end, on Wicked. Because it's the one thing that we both have seen and we have feelings on.
Yes.
So we'll save that for the last thing. So once you're kind of like,
Yeah.
I have nothing else to talk about, and I go, yeah, I have nothing else, we'll touch on Wicked.
Cool, man.
So
Yeah,
what have you been
that
watching
sounds
lately?
good. Yeah, man, these past few months I've been slacking on movies.
Really?
Honestly, yeah.
Really? I feel like you've been watching more movies lately.
I've been talking about the movies that I've watched. You know, I used to watch so many movies, but now it's just like, but now that, you know, school's over and all that stuff, like I want to get better. But man, what do I want to talk about first? I watched Red One.
Red One
with
I haven't seen
Dwayne
it.
Johnson,
I've not seen
J.K.
it.
Simmons.
Yeah, J.K.
Simmons.
Simmons, Chris Evans.
Yeah, man. Watched it. Did not really like it.
Yeah, you're not the only person. I haven't seen it, but the consensus is that it's not good.
Yeah, it's just. I was surprised that it was coming out in theaters.
I heard it feels like a Netflix
It's
movie.
a very Netflix movie.
Oof.
Kurt
crazy.
Russell's
Oh,
Christmas movie
on Netflix.
What was that movie? I don't remember the name, but that one felt more like a theatrical movie than this one.
Oof.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
You know, there's a lot of like backstage drama with that movie too, because apparently The Rock was a real diva.
No way.
Yeah, apparently The Rock was a real diva. He would walk on set hours late, and then he would pee in water bottles.
What?
And leave it around.
What the heck is he doing?
I don't know. God. And then there was a video of them back, like he's like recording behind the scenes, and their water bottles with like yellow stuff in them. And I'm like, oh snap, it's true.
Boy, I hope it's pre-workout or something. That's crazy.
I don't know.
But
so it was not good.
But yeah, I just expect a lot from Chris Evans, J.K. Simmons, and The Rock, and it was a weird movie.
Really,
it just didn't pull me in as much as I thought it was gonna. I didn't actually have that.
Yeah, honestly, I would have been surprised if you said it was good because I keep everything you said, I've heard.
Yeah,
the Netflix thing is crazy. The fact that even made it into theaters.
Yeah, man.
I don't even think it's making that much money. I think it's going to end up being a disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
For me, I'll touch on this at least.
Yeah.
I have been trying to catch up on as many Oscar bait movies as I can because now that the year is ending, not only for my year-end list, but for the sake of being in the know, the sake of kind of knowing what the ceremonies lining up to look like, because I love the Oscars. I'm such a big Oscar guy. Like I literally bought this.
Boom.
I love the Oscars. I love the pageantry behind it. I love the awarding good movies. So I catch up. That's my biggest thing, the Oscars.
Yeah.
It's the reason why I watch so many movies, just to like see what could technically make it to next year's ceremony. I've been catching up on things I've been missing on. So let's see. I'll kind of like say some
Yeah,
quickly just
go for
because
it.
I saw Nickel Boys the other day, which is this movie that is based on a true story. It's based on a book that this guy wrote. In Florida, there was a thing called the Nickel Academy that juveniles would go when they would do something wrong. And it was around segregation era America. So there were a lot of black teens
Wow.
in the Nickel Academy. And the thing is, there was a lot of bad things happening in the Nickel Academy. Around the 2000s, once the academy was long gone and closed, they started finding remains of people on the grounds because those
What?
were some of the things they were doing. They were killing people.
Like boys, like
Boys.
little boys.
Not little boys, juveniles, right?
Oh, juvenile.
So
Okay,
not little
Wow,
boys,
wow. But, like,
but there
Yeah.
there is actually cases of little boys too.
man,
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy.
Insane, yeah, bad conditions, overall just abused and all that type of stuff.
This is based on a real.
Real
True
life,
story?
real life,
Wow.
real life. The movie is based off the memoir the guy made while he was there, and so the movie follows him and the friend he makes there. And what makes the movie very unique, outside of the heartbreaking situation, is that the whole movie is filmed on POV. So it's just like you're him.
What?
Every step he takes, every head turn, is the camera. So you don't.
Wow.
It's a POV between him and his friend. So as you're going through the movie, sometimes the POV switches to his friend. Now you're seeing his point of view.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
I haven't seen anything like that since like Hardcore Henry.
You remember Hardcore Henry?
I remember Hardcore
So it's
Henry.
filmed like that, to be honest. Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Wow.
Dang, you
That's
pulled
a
that
throwback.
one
Yeah,
out from long ago.
It was in my.
So it's
Yeah,
like
dude.
that. It's POV
Wow.
in that way. I think that there's a lot of cool technical stuff in terms of the filmmaking. The editing is great. The cinematography is
Yeah.
beautiful. It's such a unique idea. I think the direction has some passion behind it. But ultimately, I found the movie kind of empty.
Really?
Yeah, I found the movie kind of like, we don't want to go as deep. I feel like the director just wanted to practice his filmmaking more than he wanted to really give us like this hard-hitting story. I feel like the book I would rather read than watch the
Really?
movie.
So it didn't go deeper than it should have.
Mm-mm.
Really? Wow,
Yeah.
man. So it
Yeah.
felt kind of flat.
It did fall
I see.
kind of flat.
I see, I
Yeah.
see.
I'll go on these quicker. I
Yeah,
saw
go
this
for it.
movie called Flow. Got a screener for it, which a screener is like they send you a movie before it even comes out.
No way,
I
really?
did.
That's
I
cool,
did.
man.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
What did it,
So I
it
was able
came
to
in
get
like
that.
a CD or
Email.
Okay, I see,
email.
I see. Cool.
Animated movie, no dialogue. It's about a cat meets up with other animals. There's
It's the animated movie.
Yes, it's the animated
I know
movie.
exactly what you're talking about.
Very good. Not very good. Sorry. Good. Just good. Just good.
Okay.
Very simple. No dialogue. You know exactly what it's gonna be from the very beginning, and you know exactly what it's about. Working together, and it's cute.
Okay.
I think that's as far as I'll go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Another movie that I saw last night, Memoir of a Snail, another animated movie, 3D, not 3D, sorry, claymation.
Really?
Yeah, claymation,
Wow.
really
I haven't
good.
seen one of those in forever.
Sort of this story about this girl, and she has a twin, and the life that they've kind of gone through. Their parents died at a young age. They got sent to different foster families, and it's done so whimsical because it's a claymation, so there's a lot of like ugly animation and like big noses. And,
like Book of Life isn't claymation.
Walter and
Gromit.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. I see.
And so stuff like that, and it's actually very deep and emotional at times.
Wow.
I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah. I my turn there.
Yeah. God, I wish I had like some movies that were like, wow, this one. I'll name a few that I want to talk about. Man, The Wild Robot has to be.
Yes.
I mean, that's a big one.
Yeah.
So good, incredible.
Yeah. Did you feel emotional? Did you cry?
yeah.
Did you go like
Another movie that reminded me of my mom. It's like, but this one was like just man, dang.
Mm-hmm.
Animation was beautiful.
Yeah. I agree.
Dialogue was great. I didn't know Kit Connors was the Gosling. Do you know who's Kit Connors? He is. He did this show with Joe Locke. Heartstopper.
Oh, yeah.
And he is in the Romeo and Juliet play with Rachel Zegler.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's the guy that plays opposite, what's his name from Agatha all along?
Joe Locke is that one. Kit Connor is
the other guy.
Yeah, his love interest in
Heartstopper?
Heartstopper.
Oh,
yeah,
now I know who you're talking about.
But
wow, I didn't know that.
anyways, yeah, he's talented kid.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. But I love that one. I wanted to talk, but an underrated movie that I watched that I don't hear anyone talk about is The Fall Guy.
I haven't seen it.
Ryan Gosling, The Fall Guy. It's one of those movies that's like, put it on, like it's fun.
Okay.
But man, I loved it.
I missed it.
Genuinely loved it.
I missed it, and not on purpose. I just missed it. I guess I was
Yeah,
busy that weekend,
that's all right.
and then it kind of just the next week happened. But there's other movies to watch, and it
Yeah.
ended up not being on my list anymore.
Yeah.
But you're not the first one I hear that from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this is like this
It's
is
a
like another sign from God that is like
Yeah.
check it out.
Watch it.
Just watch it. Like every time
Dude.
someone brings it up, you think about watching it, and then you forget, and then somebody else brings it up, and then you think about watching it, and then you forget. And I'm in this cycle. I think I need to watch it.
It's a fun movie. I think Frances might like it too.
It's
Fun. I don't know if she likes.
She
like,
has been
action.
asking to watch it. Believe it or not.
There you go, another sign. But dude, yeah. So that one, great, love it. And then the latest one I watched, I'll leave it with this because I'll name two. Alien Romulus. I actually got.
Yeah, you actually
around
gave it a
to
lower
watch.
score than me, which I was surprised.
I was in between actually. I just feel like it could have been a little more.
Really?
Just a little more. I just
Okay.
feel like it was a little too slow. And I
Really?
might
Okay.
be biased just with the Alien movies.
Yeah, I know you love the Alien movies.
I don't. I'm sorry. I am very interested and committed to the Alien movies. I haven't seen one that made me go like, I love this movie.
That is crazy.
I'm sorry. And I held out hope. I still have
that Romulus was going to be the one.
Yeah, and Romulus was the one.
Okay.
It was the one for me. But that was it. I gave it a what? 3.5?
3.5.
Yeah.
Yep. I give it a 4.
I would give
really
it
enjoyed it.
I would give it a 4 just to be nice.
But just stay out of 3.5.
Yeah,
then.
I'll stay. But it was good. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It was just it's just one that, and the last one is just Dear Santa.
All right.
And
touch on that for a second because I know you have feelings.
Terrible. Period. Next.
Never seen someone on my letterbox give a movie that low of a score.
That low?
Half a point.
Half
yeah.
a point, bro.
Half a point is like you showed up to work. That's it.
I showed up.
Yeah.
Dog,
you wrote your name on the test.
It was a movie, and if you watch it, I think you'll know what I'm talking about. Acting is just terrible. This main kid is just so, like, they hired him off of a Theater 1 class in elementary school.
I was gonna say in elementary school.
And it just the movie, the plot is like he wrote it.
Oh Lord.
It's just really bad. And the ending is just so like, what? This makes no sense. Why would you do this?
How is it connected to Minecraft though?
What? With Jack Black being in it.
Did you imagine it somehow being connected to Minecraft?
It's like the next movie, it starts with the way this one ended. No way.
It's a prequel, and Jack Black in Minecraft is the devil. You find out at the end of Minecraft that
the devil.
He's the devil.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I want you to watch it just so that you can be like, dude,
I
you were
know.
right.
Yeah, I know. We had that conversation. Sometimes, it's worthy that we could watch a movie, and I hate when my TV does this, bro. I got to put like a forever timer. So that it doesn't do this because it's not the first time, and now it's going to start from the beginning.
It's paused, right?
Yeah, it's paused. It just starts from the beginning, but it's fine. There you go, everybody. You get to see that.
Anyways, I'll leave it there for my segment.
Damn, that's crazy. Before we get to Wicked, I'll touch on one more movie, and that is, I actually haven't seen a lot of what's it called? Dang it.
It's just not working. That's good. There you go.
There we go. Sorry, guys.
Boom. All right.
It's amateur hour here.
Sorry,
at the
video
podcast.
people were having. It's all good.
Red Rooms is a movie I saw It is a French-Canadian film, so it's all in French, some English, but it's mainly just French.
Okay.
And it's sort of a court drama, true crime thriller.
Hmm.
And it's about this case that's going on of a accused serial killer who has killed 3 teen girls. And we're witnessing this through the eyes of a bystander that seemingly has nothing to do with the case, just kind of a person there in the gallery watching everything happen.
Mm-hmm.
And we see where she gets to go home and she makes breakfast and she works out. And it's sort of this commentary on how far is too far when you consider your own morbid curiosity, because we start seeing her go on the dark web and finding the videos of the supposed red rooms that this guy would record on the dark web of him killing these girls. And we actually don't see the video. There's no violence in this movie, and yet it makes you anxious, and it haunts you. And you don't see it. You don't see violence, but there's a lot of hearing. You hear the stuff that's happening, and she's watching it, and she gets too much into this case to the point where you start to be like, not only how far is too far, but the different faces of evil. For sure, that serial killer, whoever is killing this girl, that's evil.
Right. Like just straight up.
But how evil, but isn't it also evil to, for your own sake, want to just watch these things that is illegal to watch?
Wow.
You're not allowed to watch these things. It's illegal to not only to partake, obviously, but it's illegal to watch.
Yeah. So is she watching like out of like, ooh, this is like something I would want to do, curiosity, or just like this is just like straight up curiosity?
Another thing about the movie I love, it's really left up in the air for you to decide, who is this girl really?
Right.
Where's her heart posture at? Why does she do the things she does? Because she starts doing some crazy stuff.
Man.
Why?
It reminds me of where the Crawdads sing.
I actually never saw that one either.
Bro, I think really.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
with Daisy Edgar Jones, I think, right?
It was really good.
People say it's good.
The book, I hear the book is better.
Really?
But
okay.
The movie did it a lot of justice.
Okay.
But it's like that. It's like this girl that anyway, throughout the movie, like you're following what happens in her court case and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
And what she did to get there. But in the end, you're like, man, was she really the person that we thought she was the whole time?
Right.
With the things that she was like doing. And
Gotcha.
Obviously it's different with this one because she's out of the picture.
Right.
Almost. But it's that sense of curiosity. Wow. Man, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's another one that I would
yeah.
And I don't know if you have anything else. I'm ready to go into Wicked if you are.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm so ready.
Wicked. You are a theater kid.
I'm such a
theater
kid.
The meme going around is that Wicked is Infinity War for theater kids. Do you agree?
Agreed, man. And I'll tell you, the only reason why I didn't get up and like scream out of my chair is because of that. Like, I don't want to be the theater kid. I don't want people to know I'm a theater kid. That's the
now
goal.
People are gonna know.
That's the goal. But no, man, I loved it. It was such a. I watched the show.
Broadway show on Broadway.
I was privileged to watch the show in New York. I don't remember for the life of me who Elphaba was or Glinda was.
But it wasn't the original company.
But it wasn't the original. It wasn't Idina.
Yeah.
But man, it did it so much justice, and I loved it. Oof. I love that movie.
Nice.
Such a good movie.
That's so cool going into something that you know what it is. You've seen the original iteration on stage at Broadway, in Broadway.
Yeah.
I don't come from that.
Yeah.
I don't come from that world at all. I don't care too much for Broadway. I appreciate Broadway more than I really appreciate the art of Broadway. I just don't care too much about it. It's not my art style. It's my wife's art style. She really likes Broadway.
Really?
She loves it. She loves it. If she could have been a theater kid, if she would have discovered her love for Broadway at an earlier age, she would have been a theater kid.
Wow.
Because she discovered it later in life. Me, I discovered that I'm not a Broadway guy or a theater guy. I'm a film guy.
Yes.
And so the art styles are very different.
Yes.
And so I'm going into Wicked. I'm watching this. I have no idea what Wicked is about other than, the Wicked Witch of the West. It's like kind of connected to Wizard of Oz. Not really, though. And it's a Broadway musical. Let's go into this. It's getting a lot of hype. So I go into it and I watch it. And aside from Defying Gravity, which we'll hold some space for that.
I didn't know that was happening. Hold on,
I
Pinky.
walked out thinking the movie was okay, man.
Yep.
And then everybody around me was singing its praises really loudly.
This was the
The
first
movie,
time.
the movie,
Yes,
the first
yes,
time, right?
yeah.
I'm like, am I missing something here? God, I gotta be missing something here.
God.
So I spent the week leading up to my second viewing, stooped in Instagram, TikTok,
Wow.
seeing the lore behind it, seeing how they made it, seeing the what elements of the book into the musical, into the movie, re-listening to songs, and I'm like, I low key think these songs are bangers. And I low-key think these characters are interesting. And I low-key really like how this connects to that and what it's trying to withhold from part one so that you could be shocked in part two. Low-key into that. I think I got to see this movie.
Yep.
Again.
Yep.
So I bought Francis a ticket to go see it on a Friday for my second time. And let me tell you, bro, it's like I was watching a new movie.
That's insane.
It's like I was watching a
love
brand
that.
new movie.
Wow.
I was so invested. Francis was so invested. And my theater was popping, bro.
So what made it different from your first watch?
Well, like the things I was telling you. Like I was now more invested in the character now knowing what
Right.
their journey would end up ending. How it would end up.
Oh, so
ending.
you had to invest yourself in what was
I
coming.
spoiled myself in what was coming.
Wow.
And it made the part one better. It's the
It
same
does
thing
make
I
it
say
better.
for Dune Part 2. Like, I love Dune Part 2. It
Yeah.
might still be my favorite movie of the year. Might.
Wow. That's
And it made Dune Part 1 better for me. So it's the same dynamic for Wicked, where knowing what 2 is about and what 2 happens, it
Makes
made
the
Part
first
1
one
better.
better. Yes.
So I watched it, and I loved it.
And
And I loved it. And we walked out of that theater just talking about it all night, debating certain things. Got heated at one point when we were debating like about the animals.
oh god,
and stuff.
yeah,
And it became sort of a obsession
dude.
where I'm like,
That's
should
what
I
theater
go
does
to
to you.
Universal and buy a Shiz University sweater for $75?
Dude, the things theater does to you once you let it take over.
I felt like a theater kid.
bro.
Yeah.
You have to let it. It's so fun.
Yeah.
And it's the whole movie I was just like, because I could feel the theater trying not to sing.
Right.
It's so funny. But I was just like, oh my god, this is so cool. This is awesome. And this happened in the show, but we couldn't see this. And it was so good.
Yeah.
It was great. And Cynthia
Erivo.
Incredible.
She's so good.
Incredible.
Oh my goodness. See, not only is her acting good, but she is the better singer in that movie.
I
And
think
Ariana
she's
Grande is in that movie.
She's one of the best singers I think I've ever heard. Cynthia.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I'll talk about Ariana. I was coming into this movie thinking, I don't
Ariana
know.
Grande
I
like
don't
that?
know if I'm going to like her in this.
Yeah, I got you.
And knowing the way that Glinda's supposed to be, she bodied it. She did great.
Really good, right?
She did so good.
Yeah.
I'm proud of her.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
There's so many things in this movie that I really enjoyed, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to touch on some things that maybe I didn't really enjoy.
Mhm.
Let's debate this.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Let's go.
Maybe.
I'm
This
ready,
is
I'm
where
ready.
the debate came in.
Uh-huh.
I still feel that the whole reason the movie happens, which is the animals in Oz are being sort of segregated, if you want to put it that way. They're not being allowed to talk.
Yeah.
They're being like
It's weird. It's like a mix of they're not being allowed to,
Mhm.
and also they're being made to, like, something is happening to them
Right.
that they physically are not losing their
Exactly.
not humanity, but their
Their-
souls. I
yeah.
guess.
My debate is find that reason too out of left field to be the reason why the movie happens and why Alphaba cares so much about it. Does that make sense? Do you agree or disagree? Because my wife disagrees wholeheartedly that, wow, you're insane. No, that's the best part of the movie. That's the
Really?
reason why everything happens. And I understand it's the reason why everything happens. I just don't think that it's a lucrative enough reason for it to happen. I feel like something else happening in that movie would have made more reason why Alphaba rebels at the end and defying gravity happens. The animal part just doesn't get me. Why does she care so much about animals?
Well,
Am I missing
because
something?
I don't think you're missing something. I think that it's a mix. It's a good mix of what leads to defying gravity. what leads to her being, I'm done, is that what's happening with the animals, obviously. I mean, Elphaba's clearly an activist in this movie. And man, I think it ties into the way that she is treated, the way that she is being segregated as the way that she is, the way that she was born, all these things making her different. And the fact that she is also being silenced because of who she is and only being seen by the things that she can do. And I think it ties into the way that these animals are being treated. And she sees that. And I think that's where the connection happens in her mind. And so obviously it leads to, and I think the only thing I agree with you, or not the only thing, but I agree with you with the fact that it needed something else. So Elphaba went to the wizard, not because of the animals, because she was invited. Yeah. Because of the amazing things she could do.
Yeah.
And all of that, but it was all part of the plan. Because of what was the wizard's plan for the, spoilers. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine, yeah.
But what was happening to the animals, it was all the wizard's plan.
Right.
To bring Elphaba there. I think it's all full circle, if you really think about it.
I get it. I get it. I kept telling this because I get it. But why does she care so much about the animals? It's such a weird thing for me. Like, I told her, like, why can't it have been that we start seeing some of the people from Oz start getting discriminated against for whatever reason? You know what I mean? But then it's like, but the animals is the one that gets to her. But why the animals?
She doesn't care about people. Because people don't respect her. The animals are the only... There it is. There it is.
Good.
The animals were the only people that... The only citizens that ever cared about what she had to say.
That's crazy.
There it is.
Ah, bro, that's crazy. That's good. Yeah, don't drop it, though.
You know?
That makes a lot more sense to me.
I think if you think about that, then it makes more sense. Like, she cares. Because they're the only people that care about her.
That makes a lot more sense to me. You might have... Yeah, I'm not gonna say you won me over.
No, but it's something to think about.
I'll let it
marinate.
Marinate.
Talk about it.
Yeah,
with
I'll
Francis.
let it marinate. Yeah. But what a freaking spectacle of a movie!
God, the ending.
Defying Gravity is the best scene in a movie this year, and
Dude.
I'd say the best scene in a movie in a very long time.
I agree.
Like I have favorite movies.
It built up so well.
Amazing. Honestly. Like a goosebumps inducing type scene that for the person that might not even care about Wicked, they stand up. Yeah. And they go, "What?"
Yeah.
I told you that when I saw it the second time, there was a row of girls behind me crying.
Yeah.
It was that type of impact. They were holding space for that.
They're holding space for that. Pinky hold.
Yeah, no, but Wicked, man, I really, really enjoyed it. And I love the world they're building, and I love the world that they're gonna continue to build. And I loved how they set up pieces for the end game. Yeah. Pardon the pun for what we've been talking about the whole stream, but it set up the pieces for the end game.
And I'm excited. I'm honestly really happy that it's a part 1, part 2.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be.
Yeah, I agree.
But it works.
I think it works as well. I think the second time viewing it as well, the runtime didn't really hit me. I was just really invested. And I think that Wicked and this other movie I saw, Honora, might be the only 2 movies that I'll see 3 times before the year ends.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I still have to watch Honora.
It's very adult, let me tell you that. It is very sensual, brother.
I hear. I heard.
Oh, snap. You know something? I'll touch on this really fast.
Yeah.
I forgot to talk about Gladiator 2 and Moana 2. The 2 other really big releases this year.
We can talk about that
really
for
quick.
a second.
Have you seen them?
No.
Oh, okay.
Neither one. But I need to.
I'll just touch on it quickly before we go into the pop quiz segment. Gladiator 2 was good. Really enjoyed it. Obviously not as good as the first one. But that doesn't make a movie bad.
Right.
I think there's a lot of interesting ideas in Gladiator 2 that they try to flesh out. And then there's a point in the middle of the movie, I would say, and it's not really a spoiler, but when the Pedro Pascal and Paul Mescal fight in the Coliseum happens, that is the turning point of when the movie becomes something new, original, refreshing, and then becomes kind of a wet fart afterward, where they threw away their ideas for a dad film, like a really dad action movie.
That's crazy.
Like, I like Denzel in the movie. I don't like him as much as everybody else does. I think Paul Mescal is my favorite actor in the movie. Yeah, and the movie is after that, the movie becomes very underwhelming.
Oh man!
Even the third action, like big epic fight that you're expecting with Denzel and Paul Mescal's characters, like, it ends on the wettest farts.
God, like a like a bad cliffhanger?
No,
or
not
just,
a cliffhanger.
Or just straight up
a wet fart. Like,
ending.
that's how you decided to do this.
Oh,
That's kind of weird.
That's
Okay, so I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay.
I think kind of like you. If I want to be nice, I'll give it a 4. But at that point, just be true to your feelings.
Just give it.
Just
whatever
be
you
true
first
to your
thought.
feelings.
Yeah.
3.5.
Is it a continuation?
Oh
from
yeah,
the first one?
pure continuation.
Wow. Okay.
Pure continuation. Some retconning, which annoyed me too. So I won't get too much into that.
That is part of the lower score.
And then quickly, Moana 2, I think, is the most expensive straight-to-DVD movie that's ever been made by Disney.
Wow.
Oh, Jonathan, don't you mean straight to streaming? No, straight to DVD. It shouldn't even have gone to Disney Plus. It should have gone straight to DVD. And if you want to go buy it off the shelves of Walmart, it is such a safe. It's safe. It's safe.
Wow.
It's safe and unmemorable and lacks ambition, unlike the first movie.
Oh my God.
Unlike the first movie.
Kidding. Crazy, man.
Yeah, brother. So disappointed with Moana 2.
Those are big feelings.
Because
Did
I
you
love
like
the first one?
Okay.
I love the first one.
That's
that's a banger.
Man.
And a banger soundtrack by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
And the second one?
No.
Really?
No, the songs are not memorable. The story's lame. It really felt like what it was originally supposed to be, which was a Disney Plus series.
Right.
And then they didn't do that. They sent it to theaters. Now it's making $1 bajillion, and now Disney's gonna get the wrong impression, thinking, "Oh, we can just do this and not try, and people will give us a lot of money." Shame on you.
Yeah. I mean, is it a good kids movie though?
Yeah, I think this will probably be your kid's favorite movie of the year. Honestly.
Wow.
Honestly.
Yeah, crazy, man. But in terms of what it is, it's just
yeah, man. In terms of what it is a very it lacks ambition,
man.
And that is such a shame that it lacks ambition like that. But I'll end it there. Honestly, I'm happy with the movies we did take time on.
Yeah, I'll see them.
All right, my brother. We are ending this podcast off with a pop quiz.
Let's go.
Into the Spider-Verse is coming back, and maybe it's gonna come back to bite you on the butt. And let me tell you, it might.
It might, honestly,
but it hasn't. You got some big shoes to fill because the people that have taken this quiz have had perfect scores.
No way.
Far. Yes.
With this movie?
No. On whatever movie was their favorite movie.
I was gonna say, like, how many people this?
But their pop quiz has been okay.
Cool.
Let me tell you the rules. This Oscar.
Okay.
So, if you get a perfect score, I am gonna give you this Oscar, and then you're gonna look at the camera. You're gonna give your own Oscar speech, like at least a minute,
bro.
Less. It can be a few seconds if you want. It doesn't have to be a minute.
You're gonna play music to stop me.
I'm gonna play music and everything.
Good.
And I'm gonna edit it in. But that's a 5 out of 5. You get the Oscar to make an Oscar speech. You thank whoever you want to thank. You get.
Dude.
What was it? I'm trying to think of what is it. You get. If you get none right,
I'll walk out.
The podcast ends. You get 0, 1, or 2 right. I'm going to call you a poser. You're going to look at the camera. You're going to call yourself a poser. You're not a fan of this movie. You're not a fan of this movie. You are lying.
Fake fan.
But if you get 3 right,
uh-huh,
or even 4 right, you don't get the Oscar.
Yeah.
But I can at least say, like, bro, you're a fan of this movie, though.
All right.
You're a fan of this movie.
Okay.
So just so you know. Just so you know.
A lot of pressure.
Okay. Are you ready?
Excited. Let's go.
Number 1. What is Miles doing? Oh, and this is multiple choice, by the way.
Thank you.
What is Miles doing when he gets bitten by the spider? A, homework. B, graffiti. C, football. Or D, skating.
Crazy answer choices. It's graffiti. Thank you.
It is graffiti. You got one. There you go.
One.
2. What does Peter Parker give Miles after his fight with the Green Goblin? A key. B, a phone number, C, a microchip, or D, a USB drive? It's a little bit. It's gonna get harder. It's gonna get harder. So a key, a phone number, a microchip, or a USB drive.
This might be it. It's a USB. It's a microchip. It's a microchip. That's my final answer.
Microchip?
Microchip.
It is not.
No
It's
way,
a USB.
But it's not a USB drive.
It is a USB drive.
It's called something else.
I don't know what it's called.
He called it a goober.
It's a goober spider, man.
All right. I'll give you that one.
Oh,
That's
you got
fine.
one wrong, but that's
fine.
okay.
That's fine.
That's okay, brother.
That's fine.
USB drive.
Take it.
If only you had the next question first. Who repairs the damaged USB drive?
Very smart. Very smart.
Is it A, Peter Parker, B, Penny Parker, C, Peter Porker, or D, Miles?
Penny Parker.
It is Penny Parker.
Yes,
you got it.
Yes, it is.
What color is Peter Parker's hair in Miles' universe? Is it A, brown, B, blonde, C, black, or D, light brown?
It's blonde.
You got it. It's blonde.
Yes.
Last question.
Yes.
I think this is the hardest.
Okay.
What is the number on the spider that bit Miles? 26, 42, 24, or 62?
42.
Hey!
Yeah, 42.
Did you remember? Did you guess?
I remember. No, I remember because that's a big part in the second movie.
Wow, really?
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I was like, it's going to be a harder one. And all the choices were just flip numbers
to
make
funny.
it harder.
If I didn't have the answer choices, I would have said something like 80 something. But yeah.
It was 42.
42,
You got
man.
it. Listen, I'm going to say something to
Dang.
you, though.
All right.
You didn't get a perfect score.
I know I didn't.
But you were so close.
Dang, bro.
You were so close because I heard you say
I'm mad at
USB
myself.
drive.
Yeah.
And because I want to at least hear your speech, I'm giving
No
you the
way.
Oscar.
I don't deserve it.
And the award of music is going to play for those
Thank
listening
you.
and watching.
Thank you.
Thank the audience
All
or thank whoever you
Hold
want to
on.
thank.
Yeah, let's do this. Yeah. First of all, thank you for having me here. I want to thank the podcast. I want to thank, first of all, you viewers and listeners. Thank you for keeping this going. You know, this is fun. We love crapping on movies. It's great. But as an Oscar speech, I want to thank my friend Jonathan for being there for me and for allowing me to both hate and love on movies as I should. I want to thank the Spider-Man community for allowing me to still take this, even though I didn't know the difference between a microchip and a USB drive. And I want to thank my mom and my dad and my brother for being there when I watched this movie. So I hear the music, so I'm gonna go ahead and
they're gonna pull me out.
There you go. They're pulling me out. So thank you,
my brother. That's
Wow.
funny. You were close. I
was
The first thing you said is USB drive. You microchip.
The reason
and I was like, oh no, you should have stayed.
The reason I got confused is because I was thinking about the computer scene
right
when they were in the lab.
Yeah.
And I thought I remembered USB
Yeah.
being put in, but that wasn't even part of it. So, anyways,
My brother,
I'll take it.
I'm still shocked at the 42 though. That was good.
Dude, yeah.
Big ups.
Big
Yeah.
ups. Big ups.
There you go. For the 42, knowing that was 42, I'll just give you the 5
Thank
out
you.
of 5.
Thank you.
My brother, this is the end. I'm going to give you a chance. If there is anything that you want to kind of talk about, if there is anything you want to plug into anything, whether it be, hey, like the things that I'm going to be doing, follow me on Instagram, follow whatever on Instagram, anything you want to plug.
Wow, look at this.
You want to plug?
Yeah.
anything?
No, thank you for having me, bro. I really appreciate
Of
it.
course.
This is awesome. I was actually really excited to be here.
Yeah. I know you've been telling me. It's been good.
man.
It was a good time, bro. Really.
Yeah, man. Actually, the only reason I'm friends with you was so I can get on this
So I can get this podcast.
Yeah, after this, we're good.
I won't really be talking to you after this.
Yeah, I won't. I'll leave. No, but really, thank you. You're awesome. No, yeah. Please follow me on Instagram, the Andres D. I post nothing actually, but you'll see pictures of me
or stories.
Yeah, right, stories. But no, man, I dress up as a superhero every now and again at over at Islands, And good things are coming over at the new Epic Universe. I'll be I actually can't say what I'm gonna be doing, but it's somewhere in the Dragon's world.
Yeah, that's fun.
And it's exciting stuff. But other than that, hopefully we'll be able to talk more about movies. And I have to go see Moana 2 and Gladiator 2.
At least Gladiator 2.
Yeah, at least Gladiator 2. So we'll see
Awesome,
what
man.
happens.
All right. So for me, you are watching the Man of Movies podcast or listening to the Man of Movies podcast. So because of that, like, subscribe, review, all the good stuff. Man of Movies podcast. Give me the 5 stars on the podcast. Like the video on YouTube. Comment below if you got thoughts on anything that we talked about, whether you agree or disagree.
Yeah.
As well, and I'll probably link this down below, the rubber duckies are coming back, man.
Oh, that's big.
And we're starting.
That's big.
We're starting some work. And the most recent thing that we have done is that we removed the best sex scene category from the ceremony. I had some saying that. And we are replacing it with something new. But what exactly is it? It's up to you.
That's right.
Down below, we're going to have a link where you can vote for what you think should be the next category out of like 7 categories that we put on the voting page, and the winner will be announced, I think, on the 23rd of December, because that's when voting closes, and it's a fairly easy thing to announce, so we'll announce it shortly thereafter. But keep a lookout. Rubber Duckies are coming back, which is me and the Cinema Squad, a group of guys who love movies, and we talk about movies. It's our Oscars, and we nominate and send it out there for people to vote.
The better Oscars.
The better Oscars. There we go, baby. So keep a lookout for that. But other than that, that's it, brother. I love, like you said, trashing and loving movies with you, bro. And it was a good time. I appreciate it.
For the good of movie kind. Yeah.
That's true. And it's still crazy that I did that backflip.
Yeah, dude, I can't believe it.
I don't know how I did that.
Yeah, listeners, please
go back to the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah, go back to see if you can hear his feet land. It's crazy.
My brother. I love you, bro.
I love you,
man. And yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Let's do it.